It's true. Popped up from Pluto. Are you happy going Bravo team? Actually, yeah, Bravo's not actually really existing anymore, so you can stay medic and just be an extra medic. Since Daniel's also going to be going down to Delta somewhere.
I was told to stick with Alpha 1.
You're going to stay as... Alright, yeah, that's fine. Then if you just want to attach into Alpha 1, make sure everyone's clear of it. Right.
Okay, that is your minute. Lovely, fantastic. Let's push to map screen.
But I don't want to go to the map.
You can't
Don't take me to Brazil. No.
This is a chunky looking mission file.
Holy shit. Took the words out of my mouth.
A 1 megabyte mission file.
I've got to point out, guys, whenever I make a map, I tend to put a decent amount of detail into it for, like, you know, stuff of the objectives and shit like that. It's usually around 600. This is 400 more.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to talk about ridiculous mission files, you can talk to Basebeard, who took me off on a mission yesterday. What was it? Was it 23,000 kilobytes?
Basebeard, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Optimize your missions, fool. Alright, I've uploaded it.
1 megabyte before.
You can't optimize scripts, it's all text.
Oh dear God, this is going to be fun.
My
God.
Oh, this is going to be a slaughter. This is going to be a slaughter.
Well, then.
I do too.
I want blood.
I have FK artillery tags.
Well, that does mean you're gonna get it.
Blood for the blood god.
Are those trenches?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are trenches.
Trench warfare.
Little triangles are bunkers. By the way. Okay, breakity. Arcor, what is our briefing?
This is Trench Hell. Welcome. 3 objectives. Sector control. First 100 wins. Have fun.
I hate you.
BLUFOR, any questions?
Down to the wall.
What if you already got trench fit before you go into the trenches? Oh, and no questions.
Cut it off.
Yeah, right over.
Who the fuck is deleting my
Have fun
mods?
on,
Sorry,
airsoft, man.
don't mean to interrupt.
How many hours of artillery are gonna do before we actually move?
That'll be me, Fred. That's why you put them in global.
Is tear gas an option?
I put them inside.
No important question.
I'd be busted.
Right, we're pushing through to the start. Let's go.
Do we have...
Alright, heading up. Devincer just added his multi for me, so give me 1 second to take care of him. And we'll have a look right at this trench network. I think Barbarian is still AFK, so we will without him. But let's hit our buttons here to make the interface pop-ups go away and whatnot. But we have OPFOR. OPFOR is standard Russian kits with 545, so that means they're going to have PKMs, PKPs. What's their MAT team gun like? Excuse me. It's an RPG-32. That would make sense because they also have 2 BTR-80s. Now, it's kind of interesting that they were given BTR-80s while BLUFOR has the 1117s. I would think a BRDM is a little more even to square off against a 1117 because the 1117 has better mobility than BTR, but a BRDM is pretty even. How you doing, Barb?
I'm doing alright. Dogs just took forever. So, from what I saw, sector control on Halama.
It's trench fight.
Trench fight.
Yep, OPFOR is standard Russian kits with 545s, BTR-80s. BLUFOR is standard US kits with 556 and 2 1117s. I was just saying how I think the Russians should have gotten BRDMs because that would have been a bit more of an even square-off choice in terms of mobility for, you know, a BRDM versus a 1117. But that's just me personally. And then both sides also get transport trucks. Yander being given the Carl Gustav. Good fucking choice there. But the Transport Vic is the armored trucks for BLUFOR, and then OPFOR is the armored gas trucks. So that is nice. Now let's have a look at these trenches.
Oh, I'm gonna look at them all day. These are nice.
Oh my!
This is very nice.
Oh my!
So you have it's good because you have it working with the terrain itself. The terrain has these ditches and trenches almost. There's a lot of foliage in some of these trench lines. I wonder if that's going to be an issue. It almost looks like he built the trenches in line with the foliage for some parts of it, but I mean, you got Dragon's Teeth working as a tank or vehicle barrier all around. You got these big old bunkers, mounds of dirt, destroyed buildings. I mean, this is nice.
Literally, the AO is just the 3 parts of the trench. Like,
yes, it's great, and it doesn't really give space to go around even. It's some space. You can go about about 50 to 100 meters into the forest, depending on where you are. So that's actually a pretty good amount of space to flank around and go around the trench line instead of trying to push through.
Hold on. I'm going to call this now. Both sides are going to rush. OPFOR is going to make it first, though, because they have the more direct road to give them the speed advantage. But BLUFOR might anticipate this and try to break off on a different side. But I think we're going to see a dual rush with this. I don't think we needed the 15 minutes of prep here. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen.
Yeah, right?
Jeez.
Let me see. Just doing like some napkin geometry. Yeah, it's about 250 meters to the road from BLUFOR spawn, just heading southwest.
This gives me some ideas.
Yeah, that might be a bit of an issue. Now, it also depends on how ballsy OPFOR is.
This is a cup dirt
Are they
texture.
going to roll up to the fucking first trench line, dismount, and then secure as many sectors as they can? Or are they going to roll into the trenches, down the MSR, dismount from there, and just try and just beat them in a foot race? Trying to even worry about the fucking firefights that are going to happen early game.
So I also want to bring up, like, AO-wise, this is really simplistic, but it's beautiful with how it was built. So
simplistic is not always a bad word.
Exactly. But I mean, just to point out, there's only like 5 or 6 different types of textures being used. You have the Cup Dragon's Teeth, you have the Maladin 2035 bunker, you have the Cup Earth ramparts, which make up a majority of these trenches. The big groups of dirt is another cup texture. I think it's supposed to be a haystack. But it's a solid texture.
Or a mound of dirt.
Yeah,
it's solid.
You see it by Barnes and Chernogorsk. And then you have some blown out Altus ruins. And that's it. And I think that's actually amazing that this AO is only built on 4 or 5 different low texture assets. Especially with, the ones primarily taking a lot of the room are the, Dragon's Teeth, the Mounds of Dirt, and the Earth Ramparts, which are all from Cup, which are low-res texture ports from Arma 2, and even beyond.
Well, I will say, I was listening to your stream while I was taking my dogs out, and they mentioned this was like a 1 megabyte mission file, which is a decent size for something as simplistic as this, but it doesn't take much. It's with Arma, especially when you stick to like very particular mods like RHS and Cup, even though they have a lot in them, you are still somewhat limited, but in reality you're only limited by your imagination. I mean, you have conflicting like architecture, different stylings on these fortifications, like you said, from Altus, from Cherno, from Malden, of all these different maps, but they come together pretty seamlessly. It's the power of the editor.
Arma is one of those games where you can literally do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, today I released the op from yesterday, which was the parody of Kaspersky from Skytech US. The full VR map that I know I made one stat literally like cringe over. Because we just built a bunch of random shit in VR and had the players go through it. And we made it like an Inception-style trippy op. It was fun.
I love how you call him Skytech US, Skytech CEO.
It's CEO? Fuck, I've been calling him Skytech Online and Skytech US. I can't get his fucking name right.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible with pronunciation, but the one thing I do know is Arma Tactics, so damn it, I will go with Arma Tactics.
Brain small must give more space to Arma custom composition.
No, it's called Regress to Monkey.
Monkey hit hammer against car in Arma. Cargo into sky. Physics.
What you just described is one of the most classic Arma things that's ever fucking happened. If it's not a hammer, it's fucking cars hitting cars. Cars hitting a little mound of dirt, causing them to skyrocket up. Gosh, I remember one of my older highlights where it was Al Ryek. They brought a tank into the shore cop on the southwestern corner. I dragged the tank back, and for some reason it slingshotted the player tank like 7 or 8 clicks north. It was
well,
ridiculous.
I'm sure you remember Kadal with the invincible bushes that would kill tanks and APCs. Like
Arma, man.
It's an abusive relationship, but like the sex is so good.
What?
Huh?
Sorry, anyway, we already see BLUFOR setting up trucks ready to beeline it to the trenches here. OPFOR taking a little bit longer to mount themselves up here, but they're starting to get people mounted. They're gonna put people on the BTR-80s. That is not a good idea. You want to do a rush strat for this one. So if OPFOR spends too much time mounting people up in BTR-80s here, that means BLUFOR is gonna be able to rush in with those trucks. I mean, then again, BLUFOR already had the advantage because the fastest Vic on the map here are the 1117. So if, God, no, I just hate, absolutely hate how the BTR-80s are being used here. They should be fucking BRDMs, because this is a misplay, because the OPFOR commander's like, oh yeah, I can put people on those BTRs and bring them in. No, because they're fucking slower. They need to use the fucking trucks because they're quicker. Because this is literally just a rush in. Whoever gets there first and is able to fucking set up a defensive line for their enemy coming in is going to win. The secondary strategy is putting your marksmen in the, rolling hills and the tree lines on the outskirts and getting free kills and hunting the opposite marksman team. But this is literally a rush strat, because all 3 AOs are in the same area and 50 people could easily hold all 3 of them from an obvious attack to the south or north. So I hope OPFOR reconsiders. And it looks like they might be, but at the same time, I'm worried.
Like you said, the speed and the distance to the AOs, the Red 4 is one real advantage they have right now. For them to inadvertently squander it by taking the BTRs instead of the trucks would be just chef's kiss of dramatic irony. Because those 1117s will be a lot quicker than the BTRs. The trucks will be near makes no difference. The same-ish speed.
That's such a
But
bully.
they're gonna need to BLUFOR is lining up at the start line. 5 minutes to go. Red 4 hasn't even mounted yet, but that's fine. They got plenty of time. Speaking of time, in about 10 minutes, I'll have to step away for a little bit, but
yeah, you're good.
It hopefully won't take long. Just to let you know.
D5 Bay, by the way, hopping on the server. He's playing his standard medic, and BLUFOR's ready to go.
Oh yeah, they're raring to go. As Red 4, they're starting to go to those trucks.
Thank God.
And it's just a couple of them. We'll see if they're just looking at them, seeing what they got now.
I see a squad fully mounted on the BTR, and that scares me. That honest to God scares me.
And it's we've seen it a number of times before. Like, I'm trying to think of what they believe their advantage to be with the infantry riding the BTR, because with a neutral objective like this, they need to. Yeah, I mean, it's what we've been saying. They need to be fast. They need to have. Yeah, see, now they're all rushing to the trucks. So they have a few people on the BTRs, like DeVincer's team. Although I think DeVincer might.
No, they've got a full team / squad on each BTR.
Yeah. I don't know, but it looks like most of them are taking the rest of the trucks. So, could be better, could be worse.
I like how OPFOR, they also have one truck that's completely pulled up, ready to go. I could still see OPFOR getting the first move advantage here, because BLUFOR doesn't have a direct road to get in, and the one that does have a few turns. Meanwhile, OPFOR is literally a straight shot.
Well, BLUFOR, they're all going just straight southwest. They're going to go through the field. It's pretty flat. I'm not seeing any big ditches or anything. They got to dodge the hay bales, but that's about it.
You also have to remember, being on even a dirt path, it does give you like a plus 10 kilometers an hour, and it's those extra seconds that can really save you on this.
No doubt,
3
no
minutes.
doubt. I just don't think that it's going to be as big of a detriment to BLUFOR as I think that you think that it will be. But we'll just have to see, I think.
At this
I
point,
think that-
BLUFOR is going to be a few seconds slower on the trenches, but they're going to have all their forces in. OPFOR is going to be a little late
Yeah.
on getting their entire force in because those those BTRs are going to be slow.
Their entire force, yeah. But I think that's actually a good point. We might see a repeat of what I saw a couple weeks ago when I think you were having server internet issues or something. But I saw a similar thing where Red 4 came in staggered, like an advanced force came in to try and
Was that
get
the one where
early
both
foothold?
sides had a tank? And it was a
No,
sector
this is
control?
the-
No, it was a different one.
This is the one with the river and the BTR and the 1117. And they took the crew of the 1117 hostage, yeah?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was the one where they Red 4 kind of split off and then they divided and then they got conquered instead. So we'll see what they're able to do. I don't think it's I think between the two BTRs, that's like 23 people or so, just ground troops. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All this posturing and all it boils down to is, like we've said before, that PvP. And it is interesting to see more of the even fights than the slight advantage to the attacking team between the neutral objective or the technology, like we were talking about the last round.
It makes that PvP just that much more important.
And it also
Midnight
gives
Rider,
it a
thanks for
little
a
bit of
39-month resub.
fresh
I hope
air
you
to
keep
certain
enjoying the
things,
ops.
like,
Hope you are staying
this
safe
is
from
a little bit
COVID-19. I
more
hope you
unique
get a
than what
nice
we've
kick
seen
out of this Friday night
recently,
fight
so
round.
it's good. It's variety. 1 minute to go. I saw Mod Addict threw you another 28 subs or something your way. Something crazy.
Yeah. Alright, I don't like where some of OPFOR's vehicles are facing, because all of them need a beeline to the road,
Yeah,
but we've
you see
got...
why the BTRs...
The BTR's gonna go into the forest to slow themselves down. I don't know why. We got JY's truck facing the other way. Meanwhile, BLUFOR, they're all ready to go on the open field
like lined
to
up
get right to that MSR.
It's a pacer test.
Wasn't that banned for child cruelty or something, which I thought was hilarious? Yeah, you didn't see that report come out?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Cardi now running up, but he might be left behind in a second because we're about to see them go. It's another 10 seconds.
Right, well,
So he quickly mounts
just
into
in
a
time
truck.
For,
Yeah,
just in
in
time.
time.
Just in time for my mom to get home with groceries, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep
Nice.
my camera on a static shot of the trenches, so I can't believe I gotta miss this. All right, be right back.
All right, so yep, all the BLUFOR Vics charging right to that MSR. OPFOR, meanwhile, has divided themselves a bit. BLUFOR ignoring that MSR, some are going to charge through instead. Not the smartest idea. But I'm also watching to see if anyone gets cut off here. But yeah, no, those 1117s, if they can get to the trench line first and harass the trucks as they come in, that would be exceptional. So my eyes are on this lead BRDM. We got some BLUFOR forces going to Charlie right now. OPFOR is divided out, but their BTRs are completely out of position. Guess what's that? A lot of people still live with their families right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, BLUFOR opening up. I don't know what they were shooting at there, though, but OPFOR have dismounted on the right side and started getting in. They drove into the trench lines here. That's pretty cute. And BLUFOR has set up a defense line on the obvious MSR. OPFOR has dismounted a little on the early side. But you're seeing these BTR-80s pulling over. Those are going to be prime targets for these 1117s, but I think this 1117 here is trying to align a shot on those BTRs, possibly. But because they're mounted with so many dudes, this is going to be so many free kills. If the 1117 can mount a shot, The BTRs don't even know where that fire's coming from. There's already a dead guy. 2 dead guys. That is what I was worried about with these BTRs pushing in. Other 1117 coming around. We also have OPFOR fighting for control of this sector, but BLUFOR is starting to do an envelopment. And there, BTR has it's held still, and now everyone's getting sniped out of that Vic. That is exactly why I didn't want to see people mount up in that vehicle, because it was going to pretty much be a coffin for the quicker moving 1117s to come in and pretty much knock this position out. BTR doing a good job trying to smoke in front of it.
Oh, get him back. Oh, fuck.
Alright, giving you an update. Charlie is being heavily contested right now by most of BLUFOR and OPFOR. BTR 80s came in, but the 1117s made it first and were able to get a shit ton of free kills off of those BTRs because they were mounted with infantry. And you just have PvP all around at this point.
Yeah, I'm seeing BLUFOR Foxtrot over in the forest. Getting some good defilade, but Red 4 sitting on a really strong position, ramming that truck in there and setting up in the middle dirt ramparts.
BLUFOR has control of the central trench network, and they are starting to gain points. Meanwhile, Severe on his own throwing grenades.
Oh, what the fuck happened over here? Oh,
gets a great grenade throw and kills 2 dudes with that single grenade.
So Arcor pulled around in 1117 to the south. He's lighting up the Salty's BTR. We have a lot of down Red 4.
Yeah.
Was not down as pinned down.
I mentioned that. 1117s got there first and knocked out the BTRs as they came in and got a shit ton of free kills.
Fuck, and like they're not even really able to get into Alpha now. We got Danzer in there, but this whole other group is just pinned the fuck down.
I just watched an OPFOR group run right into a BLUFOR group. 2 OPFOR guys just went down. Green Thumb going down. Cardi doing a quick reload. No, he does a grenade throw. Runs out of ammo for Muniz to take him out. And the grenade he threw was unfortunately a smoke grenade. Had it been a frag, it would have done a lot more damage. Misu going down. Muniz right on top of another grenade. Manages to survive though, but that OPFOR group is down because 2600 pulled around and cleaned that sector up. Welcome to the trenches.
Ooh, but 2600 is about to eat a grenade, maybe 2. Nah, just 1. Lucas wakes
back up, but gets knocked out again because Ace's new damage model.
And there goes 2600k. I think he just dropped from some. I don't even know what he dropped from, but he just like fell over. Couldn't take the pressure anymore.
Meanwhile, 1117s have, one of them pushed up. It's checking the dismounts of the BTR. Danzer might notice.
Boston is in the BTR.
Oh, dear. Danzer's crippled right there, too. But yeah, they've been suppressing the shit out of this barn to make sure everyone's dead.
Sathenberg is just sending blind shots over, but he's actually overshooting into more Red 4 infantry who are getting pinned down from those shots. As Mount is pulling off way to the south, and is coming around from this angle now, taking down Staffenberger with that M2. Oh no, sorry, taking down Snow looks like, who has AT. Oh man, this is rough for Red 4. They were saying that they were going to be the favorites for this one.
I wasn't saying that at all. No, BLUFOR had the advantage with mobility with the 1117s compared to BTR 80s. That let BLUFOR get in first, and since those 1117s were quicker, they were able to set up on the southern side and then gun down the 80s as they came in. And unfortunately for OPFOR, they mounted up a bunch of dudes in there, and now, I'm not gonna lie, OPFOR's kind of screwed.
Yeah, all right. Like they still haven't captured Alpha. Their attack at Charlie is now under attack from 3 different directions. You got Bronson and Tom in the middle, and 2 flanking forces from Finn, Iander, Rek, Logan, and another group led by Muniz and Ash.
Over. It's flare rounds they're doing.
This Charlie group for Red 4 is getting picked apart slowly, and now they're 4 Sirius and Daniel. They're gonna run right into Scandi Recon over here. Yeah, they picked their heads over it, maybe. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a quick one. Red 4 finally capturing Alpha, so they're gonna get at least something on the board, but...
Yeah, but Boston and that BTR 80 using that 14.5, getting a snipe shot on Nuzzy up there. I honestly do not see how OPFOR is gonna turn this one around. You have some OPFOR guys on the southeastern side getting flanked by a BLUFOR Overwatch team. One OPFOR guy is down, one is dead. 2 are dead, actually. And they're trying to pull back now. Forge waking back up, but he's also in the open right here. Galil trying to herd these guys out, but with that machine gun having a little bit of, you know, it has the high ground on him, and OPFOR just doesn't really have anywhere to go, so Galil trying to fire some HE up there to force them back. We also just had an explosion happen on one of the Russian transport trucks.
Husky, for some reason, is shooting at the BTR and the 1117 with an AK or something.
He's trying.
He's trying, but he ain't trying hard enough.
Other
Boston,
BTR is fully dead. All the guys, all the OPFOR dudes in there have been smacked. AT going in, hitting the 1117. It doesn't cook off though. That would have potentially blown up and caused significant damage to Boston's BTR as well. Arcor running in and taking cover real quick.
Yeah, that's the disadvantage of staying still and maintaining a static overwatch position in a vehicle like that. It makes you an easy target. More return fire coming in on Husky's group over here. But it seems that the casualties have stemmed for now, but I'm with you. Galil now has gone down. Daniel and the rest of his team have been torn apart.
I don't see Forge anymore. I think he's KIA.
Yeah, he's probably... Yeah, I think I see his body. As Logan and Iander are now starting to pull around slowly. Taking this very methodically, which I think is jumping working their advantage. They're not going to try and push their advantage too quickly. Munoz and Ash's group, they've actually pulled back down the trench line. I guess they felt like they were getting pressured a bit too much, but... Yeah, just looking at the map, there's not much room for Alpha to maneuver around here. Boston and Arcor both hop in that BTR, and they're getting out of here as they lay bullets into a dead Russian on the back there.
So I believe it's first team to 100 points wins. Every sector you have, you get a point every 5 seconds. It's either 5 or 15.
Well, with the lead that BLUFOR had by capturing Bravo and contesting Alpha and Charlie, I think they're going to be fine. Still, wish we could see the scoreboard for as spectators, but...
Yeah. We did one time, but then they took it away.
Don't they realize that we're important too?
Excuse me. Nah, we're just commentators, man. We're the scum of the earth in this stuff. We just watch everyone kill each other.
Yeah, we don't contribute anything, do we?
So, Daniel, who was trying to bring Galil back up, he just got gunned down by the Overwatch team of Scandia Recon. They have to be on a few kills right now.
Yeah, let's take a look. That's Flux, Nemesis.
Flux with 6 kills with that machine gun, and they're all kind of scouting out for it. Oh, you also have Nemesis with the marksman rifle, but he's on no kills right now, and Azariah also on no kills. So they've basically just been a machine gun team with the marksman rifle and getting a shit ton of kills on OPFOR as they've moved in.
Well, they've done very well. We have Carlson and T5 Bay up here on the northwestern side. 2v2 with Apuba and Spudro. We'll see how well these FNF vets will be able to deal with the finish over here on Red 4. Pretty even fight, looks like. Just some rifleman versus rifleman. Yeah, this is going to be about plays. Sounds like Spudro or Apuba have a GL.
All those skulls, though,
so they have a bit of an advantage
compared to BLUFOR skulls, which they do have a good handful of skulls. Their commander is dead. OPFOR's commander is still alive. Interesting. So one thing I want to point out, OPFOR's commander is still alive, but BLUFOR's commander is dead. But at this rate, I mean, just with the sheer amount of guys BLUFOR has, it's going to be not impossible, but incredibly difficult for OPFOR to take this, and it's really going to come down to Charlie. If OPFOR is able to get Charlie to be controlled for even a few minutes, that could help them start racking up more points. But right now we're also seeing the remaining BLUFOR 1117 pushing up behind the line of the OPFOR group to the far northwest. I'm not seeing any AT on OPFOR. No, I see Stottenberg pulling an an RPG 36 out. That's a 26.
Yeah.
You're right. But that wow, that 1117, it's going at every angle trying to find anyone it can to eliminate with that 50 cal.
Yeah, they tried to get some shots on the BTR. It doesn't look too damaged. I wonder if it's still usable. It looks pretty clean, so...
Yeah, it's been having the, it had the driver and gunner shot out, but otherwise the damage to it was only superficial.
Yeah, and here comes Boston now coming to assist, as they're just trying to lock this whole sector down.
OPFOR has taken control of Charlie.
Really now, that's a game changer.
If they can hold that for a few minutes and then keep control of Alpha, as long as they get their points above, there's still a chance here, but they're gonna have to hold Charlie and Alpha for as long as they can.
Flux now in the trenches with that 240 Bravo on 6 kills, gonna come up against Lusod down at the other end of this trench. He's just slow walking, keeping that barrel towards the enemy at all times, ready for anything. This grass inside the trench actually makes it pretty hard. If there's AI in here...
Stottenberg just knocked out the 1117, but this OPFOR group doesn't have any more AT to deal with the BTR 80. Mountain and Legs pulling out and quickly suppressing. Mountain going down. Boston trying to pull up to pick his dudes up.
Secondary is keeping Mountain down as Legs is trying to get out of there. He's crippled. Return fire on Husky. Legs goes down from... That was from Dread, or from Fuss and Danes earlier.
Yep.
And so Boston and Marco are going to leave Legs and Mountain in the field. They can't do much for him. They're not going to hop out with this kind of fire on them. Can't really blame them.
By the way, I've been eyeing on the Charlie position. Bronson was right next to Jonathan and another OPFOR guy, and he finally went over the dirt wall, and he took out one of them, but Johnson woke back up, and he might now try to come over that dirt wall, but by eliminating those two guys, that sector has now been lost to OPFOR. Meanwhile, Fred has pushed his vehicle up. Nemesis is still up here. He throws a grenade, landing right over where Waffle's walking. Literally right on top of Waffle. He's still alive, though. And we might see Nemesis try to push in some magic here.
Shibe's pushing him. I don't know if you heard some kind of voice comm or what, but he's hot on Nemesis' trail. As Nemesis trying to get some clean shots with that marksman rifle. Get some shots on Fred. Couple hits. No real effect. And Shibe's going to be looking right at him. Playing a dangerous game, poking heads over as Waffle Fox tries to suppress.
Bassbeard also coming up. He could potentially come up and open up a new angle here.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be quick though, because now Nate's going over towards Nemesis. Shibe working around that side on that rock face.
Nemesis usually plays these very aggressive, which leaves him open to being flanked. But normally in FNF, you see a lot of people, when they do flanks like what Shibe's trying to do, they're very cautious and they're also very quick to pull back, which is exactly what Shibe is going for.
Iander and Finn now looks like they're trying to support Nemesis up on the hill. I saw some shots going up towards Shibe. So some good.
And then just farther to the west, Warlord just pushed up on a group of BLUFOR and took them all out except for Sideways. And then Navy pushed up on one of the broken broken Altus building wrecks and was able to knock out the machine gunner, Warlords.
Nice.
So it's up to Pluto to stay in that sector. He's the only one holding it at this point. But also BLUFOR wrestled control out of Alpha from OPFOR.
Yeah, T5 Bay and Carlson won their fight with some additional help from Sale. Looks like Spudro fell back as well as dead. And they're trying to somehow deal with this BTR with Boston in it and figure out some kind of solution, but I don't know if they have one.
Logan's doing a rush play. He just knocked out King Shibe, and he is now going to work with Nemesis. Also, Azariah and Yanni pushing up to assist Nemesis as well. Bassbeard, he is part of the command element, so he might be... He is the 2IC, so that's why he's not engaging here. He's the one still coordinating everything. Now you have Nemesis pushing up.
I thought that smoke that he threw was a grenade and was going to land
he's going to run right into Waffle.
Gonna run right behind Waffle. Oh, the Waffle turns!
And it's a trade, but Bassbeard was also able to take Fred out as he pulled back. So that is OPFOR's command structure knocked out. And there's only a handful of OPFOR guys left.
Yep, I think there's gonna be a very comfortable BLUFOR away in 30 minutes. Well, with the setup, I mean, it's only been, what, 15?
Yeah, No, I mean, this was a rush strat. Meanwhile, Clown pushed up on Pop-Tart, who was the last OPFOR guy in Charlie. Chibi's woken back up, and he's looking around.
I think it was Carlson. The BTRs in very close quarters. If they had any kind of AT, they'd be able to do something about it.
Knocked out by Spud.
Boston.
OPFOR does not have any AT left up here. They got to rely on the GLs to try to take Boston out.
Yeah, it's going to be a death from 1,000 cuts. Maybe pop some wheels or something, just try and surround it.
But because T5 Bay and 2 people are in that BTR 80 compared to just Spudro, they also have control of Alpha.
Yeah.
BLUFOR has control of all 3 zones.
Only way I could see them possibly winning this is getting that BTR out of commission, taking it over, and just like...
With the amount of guys up for BLUFOR. Snow pushing up to the BTR 80 to try to steal it, but the gunner, it was fucking Arcor, takes him out. Boston got on the back of it to try to bait Snow up. That was... I don't think that was intentional, but holy fuck, that was effective.
No, but it was... Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but it was damn effective.
Spudro, meanwhile, trying to scout out T5 Bay. T5 Bay saw him over there, and he's popping grenades. Gets a perfect one on Spudro. Forcing him to pull back, but Spudro took some shrapnel damage from that.
Very close quarters. Arcor finishing off Snow now.
By the way, Shibi is down. Arcor was the, Azariah was the only one up there. He's looting Nemesis's marksman rifle. But I believe Azariah managed to take him out or Logan, so I doubt he'll wake up a second time. And now it's just down to a few guys on OPFOR.
Bunker. Looks like he's gonna throw a nade in there. Yeah, just throws a nade in there. He thinks someone's in there, but he is mistaken. Gonna clear it out just to be sure as Arcor watches his back.
It's dead T5
Bay. He's still
Bay.
being smart with this, but...
T5 Bay, by the way, is dead. Spudro, I believe, got the kill. He's on 3. That's very rare to see someone get a drop on T5 Bay, but he was able to pull it off, which is excellent.
Yeah. Very impressive. Sathenberger's crawling up trying to link up with Spudro as Asus is...
Asus has AT!
Oh, he has AT? Where'd he get that from? Okay, so... Here's the thing. This is not a guaranteed shot. We've seen plenty of AT misses.
The tube is open on the back, though. Doesn't mean that's a used tube.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's used.
Yeah, that's the used one they used to take out the 1117 from earlier. He picked it up thinking it was a live one.
This thing's pretty light, but I think I should be able to take it out with this thing.
It has fucking capitalized letters used next to it when you pick it up. Oh, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, he's looking over there. He's aiming kind of left, actually. Yep, and he realizes.
He puts it away, realizing that's empty.
He's like, oh, well. Spudro's dead. Down as... Ooh, Asus. Oh,
Stalingrad here crawling. I always call him that. Boston doesn't hear him, though. Boston double tapping T5 Bay for his failure. Boston getting jumped on with the 762 of Arcor from the BTR trying to get the hit.
How does no one go down?
That is some crazy fucking body armor there. And
Asus
there he goes.
Back out. Asus pulled the RPG back out. He thought it was still going.
No, it's empty.
He pulled it back out and put it away again. He wanted to get as close as possible to
last man standing.
Guarantee a hit, but
he's checking his inventory. He just dropped it, realized that was a used tube.
Did I leave the rocket back there? Like, where?
Fool, he forgot to load the rocket.
That's because it doesn't know where it is. Because it's a rocket and not a missile.
Right, and the missile always knows where it is, Barbarian. Do you know why?
Because it knows where it isn't.
Exactly. So that missile is somewhere in the sky right now. Will it be helpful today? I doubt it. So Asus decides to charge the BTR 80.
He's gonna try and get in it, but he's gonna be like, did he try and talk to the person in it? Because Arcor turns around.
Arcor turned the gun. There's no way it would have heard Asus's footsteps.
No.
I think he's just mocking him. Come out, you big baby.
Yeah, that's probably what he's saying. Because, like... Jesus. That's just crazy.
Oh, Asus
turns the engine off.
He's now moving that turret around. He's trying to listen for Asus's footsteps, that's why.
Or I'm pretty sure he's still.
He's now firing in the bunker, thinking that's where Azus is. What Azus needs to do is start taking the wheels off or shooting the wheels out.
Oh, and here comes Luce coming back. And he's just out in the open. He's gonna get popped in the side of the head.
Azus is last man, Snow's blood out.
Luce is looking at the bunker!
They're going, yeah, because they're coordinating with him, so they think he's in the bunker.
And Aces spots him.
And what's he gonna do?
Clean shot.
Gets a headshot on him!
And here comes Boston now. He thinks he's in the bunker too.
He's gonna think. No, wait, he's looking. He's looking at the BTR. No,
Nope, he didn't spot him. This is ridiculous.
Russian technology.
Yes. This was the real threat all along. The Russian hackers.
So Boston now crouching. Azus didn't see him. He's gonna hear that grenade get thrown.
Oh, Boston is caught in the void.
But Azus not poking his head out. Hold up.
Boston
we just saw Boston go in.
Oh, here comes Nielsen.
Are you kidding me?
They're gonna catch him. Nielsen and Clerk are gonna catch him. No way they're not. And Arcor's like, where are these shots going? And then he spots him, and there's Aces.
How did Azus forget that there was a gunner in the BTR-80? What the fuck?
Well, he didn't fire for so long. He thought he went to sleep. And that's gonna be all of OPFOR.
How do you forget about the BTR-80 gunner?
Well, when it doesn't shoot for a while, when the engine turns off, I mean...
Is it just Skyrim? Oh, I guess it was just my imagination. Fucking Arcor just crouched in the BTR.
Gotta get back to my post.
I get it. Fuck. What was that?
And there we go. OPFOR eliminated G fucking G, quick round 2, and I missed half of it because I had to fucking help with the groceries. God.
So I would say the nail in the coffin there was kind of determined from the beginning when OPFOR decided to mount up a lot of its guys in those BTRs. That made it lose the numbers advantage early on because they were fighting against 1117s. 1117s mowed the fuck down out of a lot of the BTR infantry, and from there...
I'll definitely agree with you as far as the BTR, or BRDMs over the BTRs, as far as a real mirror match, because yeah, otherwise, the speed of the 1117s outclasses any advantage the BTR has.